Nice backhanded compliments, guys. Loved it.
These guys call this music?
Hello and welcome to a special episode of the Metacast Music Dudes. We have had a local band that the vocalist from has reached out to me and requested that we review their song that is dropping tomorrow. We are filming this on July 15th, and the song is supposed to come out tomorrow on July 16th. Yeah.
Well, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, so Billy, yeah, thank you for reaching out. I appreciate it. And so this is a group from right around here. Obviously, like I just said, they're called PostHuman, which I think it's a fucking cool name. And so without further ado, this track is called Medusa.
Serpents around my neck. I've paid the price. I'll suffer your final test. I see you alone in a crowded room, feeling your eyes on me. I'm ready to face and see, 'cause every time you leave it's misery. But as heaven turns to gray, are we fading away? I roll the dice. I know it's too hard to resist you. Just twist the knife. I wish I never had missed you. I see you alone in a crowded room. You are my savior and my tomb. Feeling your eyes on me. I'm ready to face and see, 'cause every time you leave it's misery. But as heaven turns to gray, are we fading away? I turn to stone. As I turn to stone, the horizon dim. It's the fatal blow, my heart's caving in. Feeling your eyes on me, I'm ready to face and see, 'cause every time you leave it's misery. But as heaven turns to gray, are we fading away? Are we fading away? But as heaven turns to gray, are we fading away? Are we fading away?
All right. So I guess
Yeah.
since technically I'm presenting, I will let's hear from Craig first. What do you think about this?
That was really enjoyable. The vocal reminded me of a band that I've listened to recently, and it's driving me crazy because I can't put my finger on it. Of course, I'm sure as soon as we finish, I'll remember.
I have that in my notes. It's like the vocals remind me of someone. I can't place who it is. Yeah, that's interesting. Huh. Okay.
But anyway, the vocal was really excellent, by the way.
Yeah.
All of it sounded great. The guitars were really mean. They were, especially in the the one section between, I guess, the verse and the chorus was kind of maybe a pre-chorus thing. He had this really nice little snarl going on in between the little. It was awesome. I really enjoyed that. The drums sounded fantastic. I'm curious as to who engineered this. If they're local, I bet. I wonder if it's who I think it might be.
Do you think it's Jamie King?
I think we all think it's the same person.
Jamie King.
Yep.
I'm almost positive it was. Yeah.
It was probably Jamie.
Yeah. Yeah. The mix was great too. Like everything just kind of had their own slots. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
Well done.
Oh yeah.
You said his name was Billy, your friend?
Yeah. Billy is the vocalist. Yep.
And he's the vocalist.
Yep.
Bravo, Billy.
Yeah, dude's got some pipes.
That's really, really good. Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's hear from John next. What are your thoughts?
I liked it. It did not, it didn't sound like I was a local band that did something in a garage. It was right up there. With this genre, it was, I thought it was top notch. Actually, I liked that there was no screaming in it. That
there
vocals were
in the right spots, like going into there were a few lines that were screamed. Going into that breakdown part, there was, but it was used tastefully.
Yeah, the main vocal was singing, and I thought it was a good voice. This isn't a genre that I listen to a lot, and a lot of times the screaming vocals are primary for the songs that I've heard.
Yeah,
and so I was impressed with that. I was impressed with the vocals. Along with everything else, like I said, it was high quality. It sounded good. I've got nothing bad to say about it. I enjoyed it.
Distance. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I think the vocal sound is good. It's well produced. It's supported. It's good vocal. I'm not crazy about the simile "Cold as Ice" opening the song. That's the only major complaint I have about the vocals is lyrically. Other than that, I feel like it was written really well. It's clearly intended to appeal to a broad audience, which it does, because it's got that 4 on the floor like dance vibe going on in the chorus. So it's groovy. You can bob your head to it. It's definitely catchy. I like the bass tone in there. I'm doing it. Sorry, I had to.
That's why you're here, man.
It almost reminds me a little bit of the bass at the beginning and throughout the song "Rain When I Die" by Alice in Chains. It's a little more gruff. Like it's got a little more like, I don't know. The production's a little bit different, but it reminded me of it a little bit. That breakdown, so catchy.
Yeah, it was.
That little harmonic in there is timed really well. Like I wanted to start like a pit in my living room with my cat, but I didn't want to kill my cat. I like a couple of the vocal embellishments that were done in there where he kind of like, bends a little bit toward the end. And I guess that was kind of the bridge part. But yeah, I mean, very, very few complaints about it. I mean, it's catchy, it's groovy. It's what people want to listen to. Like I could just see a crowd of people, and like sleeveless shirts banging their heads, like, coughing back a couple beers, just having a good time listening to this band. So seems like a fun like party vibe type of concert or show to go to.
Oh yeah.
Actually, if I would really like the Billy, the one that requests us to do the review. If you guys are playing, like let us know. Like I think we would all love to come see you guys. I want to hear what else you guys are putting together. I'm excited to hear the rest of your album.
Yeah, I got to echo a lot of what everyone said before this. I do think it is like, not in a bad way, but I do think obviously intended to reach a broad audience. It seems like it's super accessible. And like even to echo what John was saying, it's like, yeah, having the main vocals be a nice sung voice rather than it being, screaming the entire time. I think that it honestly, like, I would not be surprised to see them have some actual serious success with this project. It is like, it sounds super radio friendly. The vocals, the guitar riff, that having that Southern rock groove that with the, like the solid 4 on the floor type drums, like, yeah, all of that is incredibly accessible. Great job on the production. And yeah, the chorus and breakdown are both incredibly catchy. Yeah, I think, honestly, yeah, I have nothing bad to say about it. I think it's incredibly well done, and obviously, like, yeah, can reach a lot of people if it's in the right hands. Yeah.
But that was like really just a tiny complaint about one line. I mean, nothing will ever be worse than the worst lyric ever written by Sammy Hagar.
What is the worst lyric ever written by Sammy Hagar?
Craig knows. Can you tell us what it is, Craig?
Only time will tell if we stand the test of time.
Yep.
Oh my
That's
God.
nothing will ever be worse than that. So yeah, it was just one tiny complaint because, like, I mean, it's not generally I like the song and I would
Yeah.
listen to the rest of their album and I do want to see them live if they play, but it was like one if it's one line, who cares? It's
Exactly,
in this
yeah.
whole piece of music.
And it is like, I mean, for me to be brutally honest, it's not the type of metal I normally listen to. I mean, I am more on the side of I would much prefer screaming the entire time and heavier stuff. But with that being said, it's like I recognize that this appeals to so much. I know I'm not the norm, so it's like if the
Right.
goal is to make something that is popular and reaches out to most people, like what they're doing is obviously the better choice. And that's gonna resonate with a lot more listeners, a lot more than the stuff that I listen to.
So what Ty's saying is he wants you to be successful.
Yeah, 100%. Yes, yeah. And would not, again, like I said earlier, to echo it, would not be surprised if they were. Like I could hear this on the radio, and if I would have heard this randomly on the radio, or where do these kids listen to music nowadays? If this came up on some Spotify playlist, no part of me would have been like, oh, that sounds like some local band. It's like this just fits right in with top-notch production quality. Like sounds like it could be like literally a nationally touring band. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, so Billy, thank you for letting us listen to this. I hope you enjoy our thoughts on it. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll be back next month. See you guys.
Bye.